Welcome to Biology, my dear student. Today it's our class number 17, and my dear student, we are learning chapter 2, biological classification. So my dear student, in last class we have studied about five kingdom system of classification, and we came to know that how Robert Whittaker in 1969 he proposed a system of classifying the living world in five kingdom, right? So we came to know about the five kingdom. The first kingdom is Monera, second is Protista, third is fungi, fourth is Plantia, and fifth is Animalia. So my dear student, today let's learn about characteristics of five kingdoms of classification. So my dear student, here you may see a table in your screen. So the table follows number 1 characters, okay, then next is the kingdom of Monera, then the kingdom of Protista, then fungi, then Plantia, then Animalia. So in this way you please note down the notes and you make a table, then you note down. Okay, so my dear student, first column you can see characters. So here are the different characters which is been explained by Robert Whittaker. Clear? So my dear student, first character is cell type. That means what type of cell the five kingdom individuals or organism possess or they have. Okay, so my dear student, first kingdom we know, kingdom Monera. So when we say kingdom, it is very large, isn't it? So it is very large. So in that kingdom, what happened? Different organism will be there who will be known as the member of the kingdom Monera. Okay, now to get, okay, now for example, if you want to be known as a citizen of any country, then you must have some okay, you should have some identity, you should have some passport, okay, so citizenships and these all things are there, isn't it? Now leave it. Now to be a student of an institute, now for example your Utopian Academy, now if you want to be a student of Utopian Academy, you should possess some identity, isn't it? Now to be known as the student of Utopian Academy, a unique uniform is provided to you. So with this you will be known as student of this academy, isn't it? Now so there are some characters to be known as the student of Utopian Academy. Similarly, my dear student, in this five kingdom, okay, so to be known as one of the member of that kingdom, clear? So that individual or that organism must have that character. Understood? So first kingdom Monera, so to be known as a member of kingdom Monera, and what type of cell that individual must have? So that individual must possess prokaryotic cell. Okay, so in kingdom of Monera, whatever individual they are there, whatever organism they live there, okay, you consider them as the kingdom Monera, or this is Monera, that is Monera, okay, so they will have a identity that is prokaryotic. That means what is prokaryotic? Prokaryotic means what? That means the cell don't have, okay, cells don't have through nucleus, they don't have a definite nucleus. Clear? So in kingdom Monera we can consider that all are prokaryotic in nature, all are possessing prokaryotic cells. Okay, so my dear student, in kingdom Monera organism are having what type of cell? Prokaryotic cell. Okay, now let us move to little developed one. So my dear student, Monera, in among this five kingdom, Monera is less developed one. Okay, we can consider that very low grade organism, okay, with very simple lifestyle. Now from Monera kingdom, little developed one, okay, is Protista. Why we are considering Protista little developed one? Because they have cell with definite nucleus, because they are eukaryotic in nature. So eukaryotic cell means what? Cell having a definite nucleus. That means a complete nuclear membrane is there in the nucleus. So in Protista kingdom, what happened? They are also not much developed one, but they are developed than kingdom Monera. Okay. Now my dear student, in Monera kingdom, what type of cell? Prokaryotic cell. Then in Protista kingdom, what happened? Little developed, that is eukaryotic cell. Now my dear student, next kingdom is kingdom fungi. Now in fungi kingdom, okay, whatever individual are considered in fungi kingdom, now if they are each and every individual, each and every organism cell is checked and observed, then it is seen that they are also eukaryotic in nature. Okay, clear? Now next is kingdom Plantae. Now in kingdom Plantae, whatever organism will be considered, they will also have cell with true nucleus, because of which they are also eukaryotic. Okay. Now next is kingdom Animalia. So in Animalia kingdom or kingdom animal kingdom, you will find that all the individual, if you consider one cell, they also have a definite nucleus. So my dear student, these are the cell type of different kingdom. So from this cell type, what we came to know that Whitaker, can you remember that Whitaker considered basis for this classification. So there he considers cell type. Okay. So from here we came to know that in living world there are two type of cell. One will be prokaryotic cell, another will be eukaryotic cell. So any individual must come under either they will be prokaryotic or they will be eukaryotic. Clear? Now my dear student, as kingdom Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia, they are arranged. So they are arranged in such a way that Monera is less developed. Okay, so from Monera, Protista is little developed one, then Fungi is little developed than Protista, whereas from Fungi, plant is little more developed one, and Animal is the highest developed. Okay, clear? Okay, now my dear student, about the cell type we came to know. Now let us know that about the cell wall. Now what is cell wall? Cell wall is the, we can say, cell wall is a structure that is found in cell, okay, and it is the external border or external boundary of the cell. Clear? So where cell wall will be present? As a cell wall will be present as an external border of the cell. Okay. Sometimes by looking at the cell wall, we can say that this is the size of the cell. Clear? So my dear student, now let us know that whether all the kingdom organism have this cell wall or only few of them have. Okay. Now with the presence of cell wall, after the study of whether a cell wall is present or absent, from here you are going to learn about a very good idea that who are able to show photosynthesis and who are not able to show photosynthesis. Okay. Now cell wall. Now my dear student, in kingdom of Monera, what happened? Cell wall is present. So in kingdom Monera, the organisms they have cell wall, but what happened? Cell wall is non-cellulastic. That means cell wall is not made up of cellulose. Now in your earlier classes, when you have learned that in plant cell, okay, cell wall, you have learned about plant cell that cell wall is present in plant cell, but cell wall in plant cell is made up of cellulose. Clear? But in Monera kingdom, what happened? Cell wall is non-cellulastic. That means these are not made up of cellulose, provided these are made up of polysaccharide plus amino acid. Okay. So cell wall in individuals of Monera kingdom is made up of polysaccharide plus amino acid, and in general we can say non-cellulastic. Okay. So my dear student, cell wall is present in kingdom Monera. So in kingdom Monera, whoever will be present, they will have cell wall, and cell wall will be made up of polysaccharide plus amino acid. Okay. Now my dear student, let us move to the kingdom of Protista. Here this cell wall is present in some. That means, what is the meaning of this present in some? That means all the organism that are found in the kingdom of Protista, they may not have cell wall. Okay, some may have and some may not have, because of which we are writing present in some. Okay, clear? Then let us move to next kingdom, that is fungi. So in kingdom fungi, cell wall is present, provided cell wall is made up of chitin. So this thing you should remember, that in fungi, cell wall is made up of what? Cell wall is made up of chitin. Clear? This thing you will remember. Okay. Now let us move to little developed one, that is Plantia kingdom, Plantia or plant kingdom. Now we know that cell wall is present in plant cell, and in plant kingdom whatever organism will be there, cell wall is a very important characteristics of plant cell. That means in plant cell wall must be there. Okay, and it is always present, and the cell wall is made up of cellulose. Okay, so cell wall in plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. Now let us move to animal kingdom. So in animal kingdom what happened? Cell wall is absent. Okay, now my dear student, here you can see. Now cell wall, presence of cell wall, what happened? Where it is present? In Monera kingdom it is present, but it is non-cellulastic, that means they are made up of polysaccharide plus amino acid. In Protista kingdom, all may not have, but some of them possess cell wall. In fungi kingdom, cell wall is made up of chitin. Okay, in plant kingdom, cell wall is made up of cellulose, whereas in animal kingdom, cell wall is absent. This thing you should remember, that in animal, cell wall is always absent. That means in animal cell there is no any cell wall. Okay, now let us move to nuclear membrane. So third characters that is considered by Whittaker is nuclear membrane. So my dear student, when we say prokaryotic cell, that means they don't have true nucleus. True nucleus is not there, means what? They don't have nuclear membrane. So because of which in Monera kingdom it is absent. Whereas in eukaryotic cell what happened? They have definite nucleus. Definite and true nucleus means what? They have a definite nuclear membrane, so because of which nuclear membrane is present. So wherever you are writing eukaryotic, there you see we have written present. So in Protista kingdom nuclear membrane is present. In fungi kingdom it is nuclear membrane is present because they are eukaryotic in nature, eukaryotic cell. Okay, in plant kingdom also nuclear membrane is present because they are eukaryotic cell in nature. Then in Animalia also what happened? Nuclear membrane is present. Now my dear student, next is body organization. So body organization means that means how a body structure is made up of. Okay, now in kingdom of Monera you will find that body organization is cellular. That means their body organization or their body formation will be in the form of a cell. That means prokaryotic cell, these are unicellular. Okay, so in Monera kingdom the organism are unicellular prokaryotic in nature. Unicellular prokaryotic in nature. That means single celled organism with prokaryotic in nature. That means they don't have any true nucleus. Okay, and their life activity, that means whatever activities that are necessary to show life, okay, that all are performed within a single cell. That means if they want to show digestion, then also that single cell will show. If they want to show any other activity, okay, excretion, respiration, each and every other activity, that will be shown by a single cell, that is because of which they are known as unicellular. So because of which we have written body organization is cellular. That means within a single cell all the life activity will be shown, and because of which they represent a unicellular nature. Clear? So in kingdom Monera what happened? The individual are cellular. Clear? Then let us move to Protista. So in Protista also what happens? Cellular. That means in Protista kingdom also organism are showing their life activity within a single cell. Okay. But what is the difference between Protista and Monera? In Protista also they are unicellular, in Monera also unicellular. But one difference is there, that in Protista kingdom they have a definite nucleus at the center, whereas in Monera kingdom, whatever they are prokaryotic, they don't have any true nucleus. Clear? Because of which Protista is developed than Monera kingdom. Understood? Now let us move to fungi. Why fungi is considered as little developed than Protista? Because they are multicellular. They can show life in multicellular form. Okay? And loose tissue. Clear? So multicellular means they may form tissue. So they are live, okay, and they may be seen as a in the form of a tissue. Okay, a group of cell come together to show life. Okay, so in fungi kingdom, you will find that eukaryotic cells, what happen, of same character, they are coming together to form multicellular, okay, and they are forming loose tissue. Clear? And the individual or the organism look like a group of tissue. Clear? So because of which what happen, from unicellular what happen, fungi are little developed because they are multicellular. Okay? Clear? Now you got the difference, Protista and fungi. In Protista and fungi what happen, both are eukaryotic cell, but Protista they are showing unicellular character, whereas fungi are showing multicellular character. Okay, in multicellular character what happen, multiple cell are engaged to show life activities. Okay, now let us move to the kingdom of Plantae. So my dear student, Plantae means what? Tissues and organ are meant to show life activities. So you can see some of the example. Okay, plants. So plant body, can you see? So plant body what happen? Tissues are there. Okay, then group of tissues are forming some organ. Yes or no? Some organ like leaf. Okay, then different organs are there. Root, shoot, okay, fruits, flowers. So these are some organ we can consider. So here what happen? Whole are coming together to show the body organization, isn't it? Now because of which what happen, from fungi plant are developed. Now from plant what happen, animal are more developed one. Why? Because in animal kingdom what happen, all the organism they have tissues, okay, they have organ, and ultimately they have organ system also. Okay, now we human being fall under the kingdom of animalia, and in our body, can you see our body, this complete body organization, if we consider it is a organ system, that means different organ are coming together to form a system, organ system, and in our body you may find different organ system are there to conduct the life activities. Okay, so my dear student, likewise what happen, body organization is also different in living world. Okay, then next my dear student, mode of nutrition, that means what type of nutrition or what is the way of taking the food or mode of nutrition we may say. Okay, so in kingdom Monera, my dear student, this organism are autotrophic. That means autotrophic means what? The organism that can prepare their own food. That means they can make their own food. They are not dependent on other. Okay, so in kingdom Monera what happen? All the organism are able to, okay, some of the organism we may say they are able to show autotrophic, that means like plant nature they can show, they can prepare their own food. Now for preparation of food may be chemosynthetic. Chemosynthetic means what? In presence of some chemicals they can prepare their own food, or sometimes they may be photosynthetic, that means in presence of sunlight they can prepare their own food. So chemosynthetic and photosynthetic in nature organism comes under the kingdom of Monera. Again, sometimes if chemicals are also not present or sunlight is also not there, okay, you can imagine some of the situations, some of the environment, okay, where sunlight never penetrate or sunlight never reach there, okay, then there what happen, they may show chemosynthetic, some chemicals they may use to prepare their own food. Now for example, if this thing are also not there, then they may show heterotrophic, that means they can be saprophytic or parasitic. So saprophytic means in the garbage and dirty things, okay, decaying things they may grow and they may show nutrition there, okay, they can grow and they can take food from that decaying. Or sometimes they may be parasitic, they may live on other organism body and extract the food. So these are the nature of mode of nutrition that is found in Monera kingdom. So my dear students, some example may we consider that who may fall under the kingdom of Monera. So all the bacteria fall under the kingdom of Monera. So my dear student, bacteria, okay, if you want to explain about the bacteria, then bacteria, it is unicellular organism. Okay, that means a single cell, that they don't have any definite nucleus, because of which they are prokaryotic in nature. Okay, then they have cell wall. Okay, and that is also non-cellulastic. Then some bacteria can show photosynthetic. Okay, they can prepare their own food by in the presence of sunlight, like this plant. Some may use chemicals for their food synthesize. Then some may show parasitic in nature, that means some bacteria may live in the body of animals, plants, okay, anywhere, and they can extract their food. Sometimes they may live on the dirty things, okay, in the garbage or in the decaying thing, and they can show saprophytic nature. So bacteria, they are free living, okay, that means free moving creature. So they all fall under the kingdom of Monera. Okay, then my dear student, next let us move to the, now you understood that in kingdom Monera who will come? So all the bacterias, okay, you can consider all the bacterias are considered under the kingdom of Monera. Now let us move to Protista. So my dear student, in Protista kingdom you will find that the organism, okay, they are sometimes showing autotrophic, that means in presence of sunlight they can prepare their own food. Okay, now we have mentioned that cell wall. Now the organism in Protista kingdom, those who have cell wall, okay, they can show photosynthetic nature like plant. Okay, and those who don't have cell wall, what happen, they will show heterotrophic nature, that means they will depend on other for food, like saprophytic nature or parasitic nature. Now my dear student, in Protista, why this kingdom is required to mate? Because in Protista kingdom, the organisms are showing a intermediate connection between plants and animals. Okay, now some you will find that they can show plant character also. Okay, they can prepare their own food. Again, sometimes they may show some heterotrophic nature like animals. So both the character are present in same. Now for example, you can consider Euglena. Okay, so Euglena is a Protista. Okay, they fall under the kingdom of Protista. So they are showing dual nature, isn't it? Because of which this kingdom was made. Then different about Protista kingdom we'll learn later in this chapter. Okay, my dear student. So along with this kingdom, after the mode of nutrition, next another point you please mention there. Okay, after that you will write that example of each of the kingdom. Okay, now my dear student, next mode of nutrition for fungi. Now in fungi kingdom, whoever will come, what they will what would be the mode of nutrition? They will be heterotrophic, because they cannot prepare their own food, they cannot show photosynthetic, though they have a cell wall, but cell wall is made up of chitin, because of which what happen, that cell wall is only for the protection purpose, they cannot prepare their own food, and because of which nature you will find that they are heterotrophic, that means saprophytic or parasitic, because of which in the kingdom of fungi you will find that some example you may see, a common example is mushroom. Okay, so mushroom, what happen, they are been found in some decaying wood, isn't it, decaying place where they are growing, so they are showing saprophytic. Some of the fungi are fungus. Okay, infection and this all, have you seen in human also skin infections are been seen due to fungus? So that fungus infection, that infection means what, they are showing parasitic nature, they are finding a place to extract the food in other organism body. Okay, now my dear student, next kingdom is Plantia. So in kingdom Plantia, we know that plant, they can prepare their own food, because of which they are photosynthetic in nature. As a whole we may say autotrophic, they can prepare their own food. Then my dear student, next is kingdom Animalia. So animal cannot prepare their own food, because of which they are heterotrophic. Now holozoic and saprophytic. Saprophytic means what, in decaying wood or in some a decaying thing. If something is growing there, okay, some animals, okay, they are growing there, then we can say that they are saprophytic. Holozoic means what? Holo means what? Whole. Okay. Now we human being, we are eating food as a whole, isn't it? So our alimentary canal, they are been taking the food in the process of digestion, so that process is also a holozoic process. Okay, we are taking that thing as a whole, injection of food. So my dear student, these are the characteristics of 5 kingdoms according to Robert Whittaker. Now it's your work to write 2 example for each kingdom. Okay, so each 5 kingdoms example you will mention after it. Okay, so my dear student, with this let's end our class today. So thank you and have a great day.